And I do like the ability to modify the sprayers. So I'm actually using, where's sprayers, crop protection? I'm actually using this sort of trailed sprayer. But the nice thing about them is as they unfold, you've got the main boom, you've got a secondary boom, you've got a third and a fourth, and they fold out. You can turn off the outermost ones progressively until you're just spraying out of this bar at the back here. So it saves you wasting fertilizer on bits of the field you've already fertilized or bits outside of the field that you're working. I do like that feature in 22. That's a good add, which I don't think they sang about from the highest mountains that it was going to happen. And the best we had on Farm Sim 19 was the Cavernland sprayer and just the sprayer. You could purchase variable width. So if we go down to this one, I can buy 18 meters, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, and it progressively adds. So that one you've got 2 arms or 1 elbow, that you've got 2 elbows, then you get 3 elbows, 4 elbows, 5 elbows, but the ability to turn off everything outside of a point. Oh, don't do that. I just did that. That was bad. Well, again, it's a throwaway crop. No harm. We just lost a tiny bit. But yeah, variable width. I think you can also turn the spreader's variable width as well. The problem with the spreader is it's not as easy to see how much you're going to do. With the sprayer, you can actually line up. If you do the outsides at full width, and then come back and do the bits between each edge, you don't have a problem. The problem I found is if you do full width all the way across the field and then get to an edge, you might be smashing your boom into trees as you try and get the correct, the right width for the remaining part of the field. But still, it's one of that bit's one of sort of a learning experience. Doing the bits, doing things and then figuring out, oh crap, I can't fertilize this corner without running it at full width because I was stupid. And it looks like Mr. FedEx is here. Oh, he has 2 boxes. Well, that looks remarkably straight for a change. Okay, so I'm guessing, I don't know, I'm not sure we're going to get everything off the field with what volume remains in the cart. So I'll run over that bit. Oh, hang on a minute. Don't we still have... We have a big wedge over by where we came into the field, so definitely not going to get all of this field off in what remains on the grain cart. Anyway, So anyway, get this bit done. We'll get that bit over there done, and then we'll go back over there. Kind of hoping with the amount we have in our tank, I'm hoping we can get that bit done. So anyway, is he dropping something over the road as well, or just sorting out his boxes in the back? Anyway, that's this bit done. Might even upgrade my harvester this year. Although this Fendt has done us well, and it does look awesome with the tired and paintwork. One of the things I do like about FS19, the aging of the equipment and the damage to the paintwork, it just looks good. I'm not feeling the same with FS22. The equipment, the paintwork on the equipment doesn't get nearly as tired and battered, I don't think. But yeah, when I buy used equipment, I rarely repaint it because it just looks the part.
What'd you get?
How are we doing? 6-1. Swing that around. And I'll just do this as triangles for now. And this is the official entrance to the field, which kind of makes the field, whoops, just across the way, an obvious expansion. But then, you know, should I then buy Oak Glen Farm so we can access the so I could access the silo there. And try and make it, yes. Mr. FedEx Speedy Gonzalez leaving. And we are done with that bit. Yay. As I said, I don't think we're going to offload a significant amount here. It's enough to get us started. It's a goodly amount. Give it that. Okay, room for 5,000 more. I'm guessing we probably have more than 5,000 in this patch. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, this is a last bit of ground. I don't know that we have anything else to harvest. Don't think I have wheat. Don't think I have oats. Oh, sugarcane. I think we have spelt, which is next month. And why did you stop? So we have some more crops to harvest during the summer, but it's going to be too late for planting corn. Plant corn. I could plant soybeans in the other field, I guess. Typically not a crop I grow when running seasons because it doesn't play well with other crops. But it is what it is. So I think, are we going to get all of this? I'm probably going to end up with a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit that doesn't get done. Because that'll be frustrating. I was thinking if I get all of this done, I may jump into the Challenger and we'll run a headland round the field and then I can set that off on a worker while we cart the rest of the barley back to our home yard. How are we doing? 5,600. Well, these might all fit. Although I was still thinking we'll probably end up with about 10 litres on the field that we can't fit. I think we're good. This is so much going to work here. Probably put us on 65, but then we'll barely end up on 70 with the rest of it. 65, 65, 98, not quite 66.
Did you mention anything about it being late?
So we should end up with just over 7,000 in the tank. Maybe. Oh, maybe. Maybe not. $69.10. Not even. $68.70. And done. Not even. $68.48. We can turn that off and run it up towards the gap in the hedge. Oh, mulching is really good in Farm Sim 22 as well. You can chop up hedges and tiny trees with a mulcher. Alright, let's turn that off. I'll walk into the header and knock myself out. Get this thing started. Engine on. Unfold. More bags. Forwards. Which way's forwards? That's a good forwards. So as I said, we'll run around the headland here. That way we shouldn't end up with the worker gallivanting off into places they're not supposed to be gallivanting. And then what I can do is we can then just set this off on a worker and do some stuff around the yard. So I haven't been up there lately. And possibly 20 after, no, it's 20 to 4. It's the middle of summer. It's going to be light for most of the day. As I said, we've got today and tomorrow game day to actually plant the corn. It's not going to germinate until the ground's at 50 degrees, and the ground is only at 48. So I'm thinking we've got the rest of today, all of tomorrow, all of the day after, in which to get the corn into the ground. Hopefully it may not reach 50 degrees and we could be completely stuffed with our plans. However, we'll do what we can. But then I don't think the silence. Well, I'm going to have to check the power requirements for the slurry spreader. It might be possible that we can run it on the case, in which case I could get that started almost immediately. But if I need the big tractors, then probably end up letting this one finish off the cultivating and doing starting the slurry or the digestate spreading tomorrow. Probably push this over to the other side of the field because we'll be running the grain cart off first. Okay. Try and get the edge of the field. That's close enough to good enough. Alrighty, let's drive over here. Fortunately, the grain on the harvest means that lining this up is going to be relatively easy. Worker, go. And we'll probably have to come back and do a couple of peaks and troughs that the worker ends up missing. So I don't expect him to be able to follow the diagonals on this field. Even in Farm Sim 22 they have issues. You're good, you're not. Engine on, and he is turning inside. That's good. Okay. I mean, this tractor still struggles with 30,000 litres. I mean, ideally this tipper should be on the back of the Challenger. Can't remember what the horsepower on this thing is. Is this the way out? Yeah. Okay, we have to get down to the yard and back as quick as we can. Get the harvester emptied, get the harvester out of the field, then we can transfer everything back to the yard I mean, technically, I could just leave this at the yard,
I think at first.
run the harvester home with the grain doors open.
I think you can see it's too because of the sun. There's ways to deal with that.
Oh. I keep forgetting which side of the road I'm supposed to drive on. I think that was the wrong side. Yeah, I think we're probably okay. We're leaving this in the yard. We'll bring the harvester home separate. We'll need to use the tipper to unload the harvester, just because. And start braking now. Ooh. Tip. So how much horsepower does that case have? 260, that's 235. So they're low, they're kind of low 200s. These two are 396. Oh, that's only 380. Well, who knew? I mean, I could potentially do with having, let's see. That starts at 280. That starts at 205, 225, 225. So maybe a small big tractor. That starts at 269, 288, 288. So big T7. All the way up to 313. That's maybe that should be considered as a karting unit. Anyway, let's go find this thing. Engine on. How's the cultivator? Oh, the cultivator is making good progress because it's a big cultivator. Like I said, like big cultivators because they don't take long to do stuff. And we are having problems with the hedge. Oh, how do I get out of here? Come on. Jump. Jump. Don't think we're going to get out somehow. I made it in. It's just not going to come out. No. Well, that's a pain in the butt because my trailer's over there, which means I'm going to have to get a tractor to run around and pick that up, bring it over here so we can get out of the field. But we can take a closer look at the dude in the Challenger, I guess. I could try driving down the street, see how far we get. Not to be recommended at home. Don't try this at home, children. We're probably going to get wrapped up on all sorts of fence posts and hedges, and fortunately this harvester is as wide as it is. We are going to slam into a fence post any time. Yep. I think this is 25-foot header. Oh, there's a hedge. Like I said, these things do not like hedges, which is what causes all the problems for us in the first place. Alright, go again. Bounce. And we are going to get wedged here probably because of that hedge on the right. Still hitting fence posts. No, we are not gonna get out of here. Oh, don't tell me. Fine. Well, I got myself wedged, so this is going to be all sorts of fun and games. Reset. Yes. Okay. There now. Now we can get back to the yard, but I still need that header trailer. Yeah, we managed to get into the field, I think because it was a little bit higher on the farm track side. So the header could clear sort of getting over the hedges from this side. It could not clear getting over the hedges from the field side. So I think it was a little bit lower inside the field, and hence our problems. I suppose we can go and get... We've got time to get the header trailer with the harvester. Okay, we drive on the left. So let's do that. Actually, once we're back at the yard, we can just drop off. We'll drop off the trailer at the reset point. Put the header on it, maybe. Might have to run the header through the workshop because we reset. I know. I don't think this map doesn't have a set maintenance condition to 0 if you reset the tool. I know the Old Stream Farm will set you to 0 maintenance if you reset something. It also set your tractors up with 0 fuel, which is a big giant pain in the butt if all you've got is one tractor, because now I have a tractor that is prone to break down and has no fuel in it at the reset point. Anyway, we're back where we need to be. So I could have driven back through the field because no header on the harvester anymore. I don't think using reset messes with stuff in Farm Sim 22. Probably something I should try out just so that they know. Although the thing is at this stage of Farm Sim 22, it's just been